So I just wanted to do this quick little stream over here. In case you guys didn't know, Lewis is doing a repair workshop. And he did one today, and I believe he's doing one on Friday. So people were coming in and they were bringing PS4s, and he did a live stream on his channel in case you're curious. But they were bringing in PS4s. One person brought a guitar. Some people brought in MacBooks, and one person brought in like a controller of sorts. And I remember thinking to myself, I said, "Man, I know I have things that I need to get repaired, and although this is a soldering." A lot of people are doing soldering. It is a soldering and repair workshop. So I decided to bring the thing that I needed to get repaired, which was my cable. So my cable was actually fraying over here. If you guys, hey Jim. So my cable was fraying over here. And I remember thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I've been holding off on this so long. Now, I do know you can get heat shrink, but my problem is that, if I get the heat shrink over here, it's going to be too big to shrink over here. What he did is that he got this thing called Captain Tape, and I'm sharing it with you guys because I think this is absolutely incredible. I'll link it later today, but I just wanted to share it with you. So it's kind of like a copper tape, but it's not copper. It's like a copper color tape, and it's kind of like Scotch tape. You see? So it's see through. Let me show you guys this. See, it's basically like Scotch tape. So you can see right through, and it reinforces things incredibly well. And normally I don't recommend too many things on the stream. I tend to be really picky and really choosy. Of course, this is not sponsored in any way, but it got me thinking to myself, because I did this part over here and I did this part over here, that if you are using things, it's important to just, if you start seeing signs of damage or wear and tear, make sure you maintain it as quickly as possible. This is a MacBook Charger. These are not cheap. These are about $70, and I'm telling you guys this because if you guys decide to let something fray and it goes all the way through, you're gonna have to spend another $70. Now you might say, well, Erica, let me just buy a knockoff charger. It's no big deal. I believe that there've been streams or the YouTube videos explaining that if you buy a knockoff charger, you might actually damage your MacBook. So I don't want to risk it. I love having my MacBook, and I don't want to save $60 and then end up frying my MacBook. So this is something that I decided was very important to me, and I share this with you guys because sometimes when you guys see those repair streams, you might think to yourself, oh well, okay, this is a repair workshop, yeah, okay, well, I don't have anything to repair. I'm just, I don't have a PS4 to repair, I don't have like an electronic item to repair. Check the condition of your cord, seriously, because if you're anything like me, you don't want to keep buying cords. And if you can prolong the life of cords, that's really nice. Now, you might be wondering, why do you have this cable tie? It's because I made this thing so reinforced, it can't bend, you see? Kind of like a Subaru thing, right? But it can't bend, and if I bend this too much, it's going to start causing stress over here. So Paul so graciously gave me a little cable tie here, and this is how I'm going to have to hold my MacBook Charger. And I was saying to people, I said, this is not aesthetic, but at the end of it, right, having it like this will prolong me having this charger for a number of years, hopefully to come, versus if I just did not reinforce it and I kept doing it, and then maybe in a year or two it would just fray. So not only that, right, not only MacBook chargers, because not everybody has a MacBook charger, also phone cables as well. So this is an iPhone 4 cable. You can see I did both of these, and all you do is you just use it like Scotch tape. You just kind of like twirl it around, and then you can go up, and then if you want to do, you can do another layer. I think I did about 2 layers on here. Not the most aesthetic, okay? This is not going to win any aesthetic awards, but this stuff, very, very, very durable. And yeah, so this stream, I hope it reminds you guys to check your cords, and if you see it fraying, just buy this stuff. It's so affordable. Like the price of some of these cords is more expensive than this tape, and you can do so many cables with this. I don't have any other cables that I need to fix. Actually, I take that back. I have an iPhone 4 cable that I need to fix, so I'll probably bring that in on Friday. My iPhone 4 cable, it actually has some corrosion in it. So I know some people are gonna be like, really, Erica, you're gonna bring an iPhone 4 cable? And yeah, I have some fraying, I have some corrosion, and it doesn't matter if it's a cheap item. Just because it's a phone cable does not mean that you should not spend the time to repair it, okay? All of these, I don't want people to start thinking like, okay, I should only repair items if they're $30 worth or $100 worth or $1,000, because that's not the spirit, right? You should always think about, look at all your items and say, is there anything that could be fixed? Do I need to maintain it? And this is one of the reasons why I'm so drawn to minimalism, you guys, because I want to focus on my items more and think about the maintenance. I don't want to have like 10,000 items and then I do a piss poor job at maintaining all my items. The less items I have, the more I can spend focused on, okay, this item needs a little repair, and I don't feel overwhelmed by it, right? 2 phone cables plus one I'm bringing on Friday, that's not going to ruin my day. That's not going to stress me out. And once you repair it, I don't have to deal with this for at least hopefully another year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years. And just applying this takes about 5 minutes each. I mean, really a 5-year-old could do it. You give your 5-year-old this, just say, oh, just make a little layer over here, make another little layer. You don't have to have a college degree to do this, because sometimes I find that people, they might say, okay, well, I'm not smart enough to do this kind of stuff, right? People kind of like think to themselves like they're not capable. And I'm doing this, I really want to stress the point to you guys, like if you have an item that needs to be repaired, try it. Just try and fix it, find a solution for it. For these kind of cables, I've heard that people use things like springs for pens. Some people use Sugru. I don't have any Sugru on me. I've tried electrical tape in the past, but that didn't work very well because it kind of like unsticks after a while. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I applied it. I would also recommend that if you decide to make it like from here to here, don't do that, because you see how this base is wider than here? It'll just slide down. So what you want to do is you want to go up, because that way the adhesive, right, the tape can stick over here, and that way you can't push it down. Does that make sense what I'm talking to you guys? Like if you keep it over here, because it has this like fabric sleeve, it's just, you can just push it down. But if you have it stuck to the plastic here, you extend it, that's what keeps it really snug. And I really like this. Yeah, heat shrink. I was talking to Lewis about it, and I think the problem is like the heat shrink tape. I don't know if it shrinks all the way down over here, but I did hear about the heat shrink tape. But yeah, I asked Lewis about it, and he recommended using this, and he just used this. So if you don't want to buy heat shrink tubing, because there are different sizes about it, right? They have thicker size, smaller size, and I know some people, right? You might say, Erica, I don't want to buy a lot of heat shrink tubing because, okay, I buy like 100 pieces of it. I don't have any use for the little pieces. Why am I storing all of this? I just have like 6 cables to do. So that's why having something like this is very useful, because you can cut it as much as you want. Your neighbor has frayed cables, your friend has frayed cable, your coworker has frayed cables. Sharing is caring. I'm really on this whole thing. I love this tape. I don't really love too many I don't really really shill or recommend these kind of product, but this is incredible. You see someone, it's like someone that you care about, or your parents or your relative, and they're like, oh, my cable's fraying, but like, don't worry, I got this. You just get this, you get a scissors, or you got like an X-Acto knife. Scissors is the best. You just peel it and then wrap it around, and you can take a whole strip and then just cut it and then just tape it around. I mean, if you can prolong the life of any item, even as simple as a cord, that really helps reduce landfill waste, and it also saves you money, okay? Because the price of this, this is not even a full roll, if I remember correctly. This is probably used. I mean, like, he's probably used quite a bit of this, right? So if he's used this so many times, right? Imagine how many freaking cords you could. You could probably do like, I would say 100 cords. I wanted to say like either 50 to 100 cords if this was like with this amount, because yeah, you see, I would say, and do both ends, okay? Don't spend the time and just do one end. Do the second end too. And if you see fraying somewhere else, just But like I said, this thing cannot bend. So, see that? Ah, Kapton tape. Yeah, that's it. Heat shrink over Kapton double wrapped. It just prevents it, you know? It just prevents it from sticking. I like using this Kapton tape. Maybe it's just me, but I really like this, and it seems super durable. See? So Zathel said it's just the same as using duct tape. I can't verify on that. But if it is, you know, use duct tape. But I mean, like, I can't verify that, okay? I can only talk to you about this tape. But whatever it is, right? Just don't let your cables go and fray, because, yeah, I know sometimes people will be like, oh my goodness, you know, I saw this fray, and next thing I know, it's it's sheared right off, and I am one of those people where I've had cords where it's just, I think one of, what was it? One of I had an old iPhone cable, and I kept using it, and then it was just like a little piece, and then it just kind of like that. And I didn't even realize like what was happening. It was pretty good. Okay, so Johnny says don't use duct tape. Okay, so I take that back. Johnny says don't use duct tape because it's conductive to the aluminum powder, not really good for electrical or electronic use. So I guess using this Kapton tape, Kapton tape, is the way to go. And I don't want to make this stream too long, but just wanted to give you that little PSA over there. Great tape, will last you quite some time, and hopefully you can use it and help repair cords for number one. Oh, no, I'm ending my stream. No, I was just shilling this Kapton tape.
Kapton?
Yeah, I was telling people about how important repairing your cords is. Yeah. I was also telling people, like, some people think these repair workshops, you gotta fix like high-end electronics or guitars or things like that. And here I am with the one of the most important things to repair, which is your cable.
I hope that shit dies.
Huh?
I hope that shit breaks.
Important Manhattan.
I hope that little cable snaps in the
Why? Oh, okay, so here, because you're here, you can go and give your expertise.
Yeah,
What?
I gotta finish my last set. I got stuck into a 45-minute conversation with a friend of you-know-who.
Okay.
The email that I forwarded you yesterday?
Yeah. So, one quick question. Why would you use this? Why would you make a repair using this compared to heat shrink or duct tape? Someone said just use duct tape.
Duct tape doesn't stick properly, and duct tape does not stick properly. It'll come off. It's shit, especially for a cable this thin. They're saying it's not going to come off, but if you try it, it actually will come off. In terms of heat shrink, how are you going to get heat shrink over this? You would have to cut this and then recut the cable, then resolder everything, which I can't do because you literally have it broken like right over here at the edge like a troll. Now I can't fit heat shrink over this to do that. I need heat shrink that was what I could use is really big heat shrink that shrinks at a 4-to-1 ratio, because even a 3-to-1 ratio wouldn't fix this. I need heat shrink that's big enough to make it over here, but that would shrink down close enough to cover this whole thing, and that would be heat shrink at a 4-to-1 ratio. I have heat shrink at a 2-to-1 ratio. I'd have to order it.
Yeah, so you're better off using this Kapton tape.
And unlike the people that, unlike some people that came to this workshop with all the parts and everything, some people didn't come prepared. They didn't bring things like 4-to-1 heat shrink, because they didn't give us an opportunity to get it. Because when we asked these certain people, hey, what are you bringing to the workshop? They're like, I'm not telling you.
Yeah. What?
You're flicking the nose like Clinton when he bites him.
What? Yeah, so if you want to be minimalist, don't buy that 4-to-1 heat shrink, because you don't know. They come in all different sizes. Hold up a second. Okay? Hold up a second. Okay. I can't find it, but Lewis had a whole box of heat shrink, and it came in all different sizes, and I wanted to show it to you guys. So yeah, just buy that tape. That tape is, is this like basically the full roll, or is this like half of it left, or what? You know how big the full roll is?
I don't know.
Okay, so however big the roll is.
One more set and then we go, okay?
Okay. So however big the roll is, this is a very good investment piece for your cords and anything you might need. in terms of like small little repairs. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Why is this thing always so loose? Have you noticed that about you?
What? What?
You always have this so loose.
Yeah, because I want to I want to like be able to remove it every so often. Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to find that screwdriver over here. It's somewhere.
No screwdriver.
I was looking for it, by the way.
No screwdriver, Erica.
Okay. No, I'm not fixing that cable. I was just doing a little PSA, Kyle, to tell people to fix their cables because everybody just focuses on the big stuff and they don't focus on their cables. There's it's really a huge pandemic about all the people with the frayed cables, and sometimes people toss out cables. They don't have to toss it out, but they toss it out because they say, "Oh, there's a little fray. Let me just throw it away and let me buy a new one." But waste of money, especially now, people need to save money. I feel like, and I know inflation's not gonna like that, or economy's gonna like that, but I'm gonna tell you guys because I only have about maybe 100 or 200 people watching this video top, so yeah, that's not gonna hurt the economy big time. Just telling you guys to buy some Kapton tape. So I will talk to you guys later. You guys take care. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream earlier today. I had a really wonderful chocolate chip cookie and I had a really good donut. JP sent it over. And in case you did not see it, I had a cookie cam. So I recommend you guys watching that video on Lewis's channel. And yeah, that was a good cookie. And Lewis is probably going to need my help with him spotting for weight. So I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I better help him.